Alright, so it looks like we might have something for a Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon discussion because Pokeshopper update, official Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon expansion pack artwork added. So we are now going into the Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon TCG expansion set, and there's actually a little bit of information that might be good for us right here. Massive subset featuring this many cards. Really think we're building into something significant very soon, because base set for Sun and Moon 1 introduced 140 cards. Sun and Moon 5 introduces over 158 cards, not including GX cards. So pretty much, the Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon set is absolutely massive, and it just kind of seems like we're getting more and more for Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon that people don't expect, like with the strategy guide. The strategy guide has 480 pages compared to the Pokemon Sun and Moon guide, which only had like 350 pages or so, and they already have the Pokedex announced. So it's not like this is going to be much larger because it's Pokedex. No, the Pokedex is going to be massive, 864 pages. So what I'm seeing is that there's going to be more to Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, even though we don't get a lot of information. Like, a lot of people right now are worried because they don't feel that Pokemon Sun and Moon was the greatest game for like getting extra gameplay out of it after the post game or anything like that, and they feel that Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon is going to be pretty much the same, and that's not good, especially because we're not getting any news announcements. You know, if there was a lot more to Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, where's all the news about it? But there's like little hints. It seems like this is going to be much more in depth in some way. So what I wanted to do was go a little bit deeper, and I looked into the TCG set Boundaries Crossed. So this is the Black and White 2 TCG set, and because we're getting two versions for like the sequel, since it's the only other time we've had like the follow-up game being released as two separate games and having different things happen because of that. So yeah, there was a lot of inspiration with like Black and White as we go into Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. So I was trying to see if there was anything else, but kind of going through the packs and going through the cards, it's kind of straightforward because Black and White, it doesn't seem like Black and White is going for all the crazy things that are happening in Pokemon Sun and Moon. But at the same time, you know, we're still getting representation of Therian forms. Those weren't in initial release. Also going to like more about Keldeo and stuff. So there is a lot of power being represented, and the sets do look pretty much the same. Like when we check this out, it's like, alright, we got Solgaleo, Lunala in their new forms, and then we have Kyurem in its new forms as well. So I feel like it's not going to be massive because it was really strange. With Pokemon Sun and Moon, we actually had Marini leaked because it was on the side of the box, and someone posted a picture of the box for Pokemon Sun and Moon. It was like, hey, that's a new Pokemon. Hey, it turned out that actually turned out to be a real Pokemon. Pretty crazy stuff. So I don't know if we're going to get anything like that with Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, but the fact that the set is that much larger is pretty significant, I would say. But also we have some other things that are going on with Pokeshopper as well. Let's scroll down right here. Takara Tomy Art's Gachapon figures added to Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon section. Why is Mimikyu there? It's like there's these Pokemon that have exclusive Z moves now because of the Z power moves, and then we're seeing Mimikyu, so I'm wondering if that is anything significant, because people have been saying that something is up with Mimikyu ever since we had that Pokemon Direct, but I still don't know. Like, it doesn't look like with this scene that we have with the Mimikyu that it means anything about a Z move. Like, is that a Z move animation? I'm not really sure. It could be, but not really. And then, like, same with this, because we already knew about the Dusk Lycanroc, alright? Well, I mean, we didn't know about Dusk Lycanroc, but we see that this Lycanroc thing kind of maybe meant something for Dusk Lycanroc, but not really. And then we just have, like, angry Togedemaru. But the biggest thing for me as to why I don't think these are Z moves is there's not that Z power around it. There isn't the aura. The Pokemon isn't glowing with Z moves. So we're still trying to figure this one out. Come on, you gave this to us back in June, Game Freak. I want to know. Just tell us if Island Trials are coming back, if these are Island Trials or something. But also, when we break it down, we do have viable candidates that, if anyone was to get an exclusive Z move to make them more powerful, it seems like Togedemaru is a pretty solid Pokemon for that, because we saw the same with Kommo-o. So I don't know if there's anything, if they're getting like double special things, like, oh, you beat the Toto. Oh, guys, how are we going to get these exclusive Z moves? I just had this realization like right now. How are we going to get these exclusive Z moves? Well, you need to encounter the Pokemon, right? Because when you battled the trainer that represented that Z Crystal, that's how you got the Z Crystal. For whenever you're doing the island trials and stuff. And true, they were just sometimes you found them in a random place or just lying around. But what if there's not even Totem? Like, because the Totem Pokemon, they still have an aura about them. They still get all charged up and stuff. I imagine that by the time, you know, Mimikyu is attacking you, the Totem power is activated or something like that. What if there's going to be natural wild encounters? Or not wild encounters, but, you know, some kind of event encounter. Also, I was thinking, wait a second, maybe that's also why the set is so large, because if we're getting a lot of exclusive Z moves, those are probably going to be wanted to be represented very early when it comes to Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon for the TCG. So maybe like even extra special exclusive GX cards. And then we have to look at the Pokemon that don't even have GX moves yet for Pokemon Sun and Moon to break down what's going on with that. Oh my goodness, this is actually pretty crazy. I didn't even do that. I'll do that for another video and kind of use that to see maybe if the 7th Gen Pokemon that haven't gotten GX, those are more likely candidates, because why would they reprint a Pokemon when they still haven't even represented all of the Pokemon in the game yet, I believe, between the sets, because there's just so many of them. So it's going to take like an entire generation of sets just so all of the Pokemon that exist in Pokemon can be in the TCG. And now we have a massive set coming up. But my thought is, what if there's a special encounter? What happens if you find, like, the one, I wouldn't even say boss, because that feels too much like Totem, but, you know, however once in a while you just go up to a place where there's a somewhat rare Pokemon. You know, Mimikyu has a very low encounter rate, Togedemaru has a very low encounter rate, so maybe there's a way that you can, like, on a Monday from 8 p.m. to 12 p.m., you go into the secret room where you fought the Totem Mimikyu, and there's just a regular Mimikyu sprite there, but when you defeat that, that's how you obtain Mimikyu's Z Crystal. Same with Togedemaru. That even though Togedemaru is hard to find, you know, you go to the grass at Wednesday 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. or 8 p.m. or something, you know, like that, and then there's just going to be a Mimikyu, or not Mimikyu, a Togedemaru there. It's like the Drifloon. I feel that there could be somewhat mundane overworld encounters, but they actually have a lot more significance to them. I don't know if that means anything for the Z Crystal, though, because, like, screw you, Lycanroc, you're in the way now, because, alright, we're happy that this helped me get a crazy brain surge to think about what's going on with Dusk Lycanroc, but is the whole Lycanroc evolutionary family, are they going to get their own exclusive Z move? Again, even with Dusk Lycanroc doesn't seem to be that strong unless it gets a massive overhaul to its stats, but then that's not fair to Midnight and Midday Lycanroc. So maybe there is going to be, like, if you get Sun or Moon version, because Dusk Lycanroc, that's exclusive. You can't fight it in the wild, you're not going to be able to get an opportunity to get it, and if it's a Totem, then you can't catch it anyways, but I don't think this is Totem. I think this might be an encounter for the Z Crystals. I honestly just thought about that, because I was looking at this, I was like, wait a second, so, yeah, why is Mimikyu here? No one can really figure out Mimikyu. It seems like Pokemon that'd be pretty cool if it got a Z move. Unfortunately, it's already one of the most used Pokemon, it is the most used Pokemon in the battle spot. So if they buff it with a crazy amount of Z power, that might be just a little too much. So yeah, the figure mystery deepens. Also, we're looking at some of the extra cards. So this is Gyarados card from Sun and Moon 4A. Alright, so this isn't Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. This is the other one that has also been officially revealed. TCG Crimson Invasion officially announced by the Pokemon Company International. So I guess with that, now we're starting to get leaks for Crimson Invasion. I don't think there's going to be anything from Crimson Invasion that goes to Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, but we'll see what happens. I just saw that also there's another update, so one new tweet. Did we get anything fancy in the middle of this video? No, we just got a really large and squishy Beware. I don't think there's anything else really to talk about on that. I was just making sure I got everything. And yeah, then we have the Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon stuff. So we still have question marks, I believe this is going to be revealed on the 29th. Actually, no, some of these are going to be revealed on 29th. There's just so much information going around, guys. We have this that's building up into something. We have 2 Mimikyu figures. So that's end of Sun and Moon promotion. Because, like, yeah, it's Jesse's Mimikyu. I don't know if Jesse's going to start learning Z power or anything like that. That might be something interesting. But yeah, we're getting more figures for the Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Moon expansion. And I don't see much else to be updated on. So there we go, guys. Interesting video. Kind of looking forward to this TCG, seeing what opportunities we have. Because there's just more. Like, I think that's the summary of Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon at this point, is that there's just more, and we don't know where it's going, but there's a lot to it, and hopefully it adds gameplay that makes people stick around for quite a bit. My hopes for Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon right now is that we get Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire levels. Like, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, it died quick, but Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon died hard. You know, Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, by the time, like, January, February rolled around, that game was gone. Pokemon Bank brought it back for, like, a week. That's how dead the game was. That Pokemon Bank with the Poke Transport and stuff didn't even revive the game. So it's like, oh, cool. We have, like, okay, it's dead in February. Died February. Pokemon Bank comes out, and then we're good until maybe May? No, that didn't happen at all. So what I want is, like, you know, enough gameplay to get us to February, to get us to March. So I feel that Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire started massively dying around March. So it had a pretty strong run when you think about it. So it dies off around March. April, May is when we get the information about the new Switch game, and then we take it all the way to the bank with Pokemon on Nintendo Switch whenever that comes out, and then we should be good to go. But it looks like there's actually going to be a lot here. The strategy guide's bigger. Everything has just a bit more depth and a bit more expansion. I can't wait to see where that takes us. So if you guys enjoy the video, hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.